It has always amazed me how, in all of nature, that the ending of one cycle always marks the beginning of another, that death always leads to new life. Just as here in the Northern Hemisphere, it is the time of the year that we experience the embrace of the darkest and coldest of nights, that we simultaneously begin a new cycle that marks the slow return and rebirth of the light. I consider this a very powerful and sacred time. This is a story of a part of my journey of creating meaning and substance as a modern human who craves a way of life, traditions, and holidays that are full of substance, wisdom, and deeply connected to the natural world. So I came here to the mountains to harvest some evergreens, to make wreaths and to decorate the tiny house. I'm kind of close to the top of this mountain, so I must be like 13,000 feet, which I can't do the math in my head of what that is in meters, but it's so beautiful. But I think I drove a little bit too far. I don't know if you can see, but there's like no greens here. So I have to go a little bit lower, but it's amazing. I'm the only one up here. It was quite the drive. It was a little scary, and actually there's an area over here in the woods that I had really wanted to go, but when I was walking through the snow, it like comes up to like here on me. So I'm looking for different types of evergreens. I know that there's spruce, pine, juniper, and then like a ponderosa pine. And my idea is to weave the different types of evergreen trees together in a bunch of different places all around the house. Oh, the only problem is I don't really know how much I need. And I feel when I have to cut something from a tree, I feel very like I don't like it. I always ask for permission. I say a little prayer. I give thanks, but I have no idea how to gauge how much I need, and so yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about that. But anyway, let's go. Take a few branches. I won't take many, just a few. I keep getting a little bit spooked because there's still some snow on the trees and it's falling off. Sometimes it's like a big thud and sometimes it's just kind of like a little trickle, but it always sounds like something's coming to disturb the forest spirit or something. Thank you. Okay, not this way. I'm getting really quite tired. I've been out here for few hours now, and oh my gosh, the sun is already going down. Oh, the snow is very, very deep. I'm having so much fun. It's so beautiful being out here. So far, I've collected spruce and cedar and ponderosa pine, and I just need what I was looking for over here. I saw some trees kind of over here, is just some kind of plain pine. And it's been really beautiful too, because when you work with them and you interact with them, their energies are so different, but they have this incredible vitality and life force that I imagine during, I totally get why they're called evergreens, but they are so vastly different, and they each kind of seem to have their own quality of magic. And it's starting to get really cold. Oh, I'm so excited to work with them and to decorate the house. I feel, it sounds cheesy, but I feel really honored, Like, it's so different than just going to the store and buying it, like being out here and interacting with them and feeling the energy of the nature and everything. It's just really profound. And being in the mountains, it's just so nice. Hello. Beautiful, beautiful. The sun is really going down now, and I still need to find some juniper, but I know I'm not going to find them this high in elevation, so I'm covered in snow. It's so deep up here. It's so lovely. I think I've got mostly enough. I just want to get some juniper with some juniper berries for that beautiful texture, and I love juniper energy, so yeah, okay. Oh, my butt is so cold. I fell in the snow a few times. All right, down the mountain we go to find some juniper.
Can't tell if it's in focus or not.
Are going on a little road adventure to go get all of our holiday festivity supplies for all of the things. I think I cut my bangs a little too short. We mostly spent our time at the thrift store, which was great. I don't know why more people don't go to thrift stores for holiday things. There were so many decorations and just so many things. We got some cookie cutters and it's great. But then in order to get a few things, had to go to some of the big stores. I never walk away from those stores feeling good. I need a few days to recover from that now. I just felt so blown out and so overwhelmed. You know, it's like you walk into these stores and you can buy anything. It's just so wild to me that we live in a time where you can basically buy anything. But because of that, like, nothing has any meaning anymore. I don't want to be dramatic. It's not that nothing has meaning, but everything is so disposable and everything is so, I don't know, I'm really struggling. I just gotta shut down because it was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, all of the excess. It was a little shocking. And just the disposability of everything made so cheaply. I don't know. It's just so scary. But when we were in the stores, I just shut down. Anyway, I just wanted to share that because I don't know if anybody else out there struggles like this. Like, you go to the store or you go into town and you're just like, But I want to do these citrus to make natural ornaments to decorate the garlands that I want to make and just to kind of have around. And because I want everything that I'm working with and that I'm putting into the space, I want to have meaning and significance. You know, for me the orange citrus I associate so closely with the sun and with solar energy and like the vitality of the sun. And so the solstice is this celebration of the return of life, the return of the sun and renewal and the renewal of the solar cycle. And so for me, incorporating elements that evoke a particular energy or symbolism or a connection to the sun and solar energy is what it's about. Okay, so let's try one of these grapefruits. Wow, okay. Okay, so I'm actually going to take these to Hannah's because she has an electric oven and it's much more energy efficient. So it is just such a stunning day. The snow melted so quickly. I just thought I would do the first part of this outside since I can't.
For most of my life, I have felt a lot of pain in relationship to the culture and time in which I was born. But I don't just mean into the culture of the country, but the overculture that continues to expand and dominate around the world today in modern life.
Down. I'm not even done with the first one. It's so nice to just be outside with the birds and the sun, my kitties.
As I've gotten older, I've realized that in order to empower myself, I need to create and look for alternatives, and that I could create my own meaning and substance in life. I could create my own relationship and practice with nature, to holidays, even to things like time itself, traditions, rituals. And that's when things really started to change. And I found immense purpose, connection, and magic in parts of life that used to feel shallow and empty.
It got too cold outside. Oh, it's smells so good in here. It's ridiculous. And I put bows on the cat, and I'm kind of obsessed. Oh, Papa. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. That's better. What I have here is most of the components of all of the pieces that I want to use to decorate our cozy little house for the solstice, for the holidays. And I've chosen all of these things because they have a significant meaning to me. It's not just about decorating. It's not just about making it look a certain way. I've loved doing this because it's given me so much to think about meaning and about tradition and about substance and about depth. So almost all of these things have been thrifted or are handmade or just I've had for a very, very long time, or just, you know, from my childhood or something like that. So I have a lot more to do today. I'm going to finish decorating the evergreen garlands. We've got to do the tree, decorate the space in general. I'm going to make and hang up some cranberry garlands. Okay, let's get started. For this next project, I'm going to be working on finishing my cranberry garlands. I chose cranberry for a bunch of different reasons, but actually the reason that I want to use them and I want to use them to decorate is actually for them to represent something else that I can't really use, the actual thing to decorate, and that is a pomegranate seed.
A pomegranate seed because of its connection to the myth of Persephone. Versions of that myth can be found in cultures around the world, so not just the Greek one. These myths all have an intrinsic connection to this time of year, the power and meaning behind the changing of the seasons, the cyclical turning of the wheel, and they offer a representation of the actual and metaphysical experience of living with and within darkness, the metaphorical underworld that we explore in our experience as humans, but also living through the darkest time of year on Earth.
The story of Persephone, I think, is a very potent, a very powerful, a very guiding myth to connect to and be sort of orient yourself in this time of darkness and in the experience of what we go through in our cycling as humans. I had been looking for a way to represent that myth and that symbology in the pomegranate, and realized that I could use cranberries and still have a really aligned energy with them being an evergreen, and what that they could also represent. Okay, so I have no idea how to do this. Okay, so this one is definitely, I think what I need to do first is put in the thumbtacks to hold them. This is so fun! Life is too short to not make your world a fantastical winter wonderland. Oh my god, I love it! It's so cute! Okay, so now I have to do the other side.
Like,
Yeah, that piece.
right.
So for me, while decorating the evergreen tree, it is a time to contemplate and maybe even say some intentions or prayers. What's so incredible about all of this is there's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong. And actually, I am a proponent of not looking outside of yourself, but to, oh, it's so cute. But to lean into a live, intuitive thread that is entering your reality and feeling into what it actually means for you. And that's the thing about all of these different components of the holiday, of the magic, of the season, the solstice. And that's really what I mean by we can be the myth makers of the present time. We can be the modern people, tradition, ritual creators. I almost trust that more because it's alive in the present moment and it meets present time realities. Whereas if we look to a lot of the past traditions, they were designed to meet and support people from in the past who had a very, very different life. They were not meant to be these rigid dogmas or systems of belief that they're living, they're breathing, and they're meant to be alive. They're meant to evolve in the same way that humans grow and evolve. All of these things are meant to grow and evolve to support us and meet us as we go through life. I chose bells for their symbolic power of clarity and resonance. I think I'm gonna put the nutcracker.
I like to just turn a little brown.
The natural world, no matter where you live, is always there for you and is full of meaning. And however you feel about this time of year or your connection to the world or culture, the holidays, know that the solstice is there to hold you, and know that the natural world has a place for you, can be a refuge, a voice that says you belong here and you are always welcome. And that there is so much magic to be created and cultivated by you in relationship to the natural world that is deeply fulfilling, full of symbolism, and full of grounded and substantial joy and beauty. Decorating the tiny house and filling it with things that represented energies or symbols and elements that were all things that held deep meaning for me was really profound and so full of joy. I want to be clear that this isn't about the material things. It's about the meaning and the practice. For many, many years before, I never decorated or did any of this. And then this year, I wanted to try this experiment to find traditions and physical elements that enhanced or evoked the reverence and magic of the natural world that I had already been cultivating on the inside. You know, having stuff, decorations, only makes sense if they're backed by meaning. Otherwise, it wouldn't matter if you had all the decorations in the world. It would still feel empty.
Hannah's coming over. Whoops! Come back! Hannah's coming over this evening, and me, Noel, and her are going to be doing cookie decorating together.
Dedicated little elves.
This is so much harder than I thought. You look like tits.